I know that you're tired of that self-sabotage cycle that you're in. And if you don't get these four ways of self-development, you're doomed. It is over for you. But don't worry, I was also in the same place. In fact, I was probably a bit worse. I was literally playing video games every day after quitting, after promising myself to quit. I was eating junk food at the same time as I was playing video games. So my keyboard got freaking disgusting. And I was at the same time, every time that my parents didn't see me, jerking off with the same freaking disgusting hands that had some Doritos in them. I am not joking. I'm not freaking joking. I remember that every time I arrived home, I would that the school bus left me at home. I would go to the store and buy Doritos, but thinking about playing Minecraft. But I didn't want to play Minecraft. I had quit. But in fact, I was simply in the first step, in the first way of self development. And it was the mental masturbation, the false self improvement. Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but if you take your self development journey as seriously as I do, you can click the link in the description and change your life absolutely free. I won't sell you anything, I will keep you accountable, and we will change your life. So, see you there. When you watch videos, when you watch TikTok, when you watch Instagram, every time that you play a movie of yourself being extremely successful without doing anything about it, it is this way of self development, the false way, the metaphorical way. And this is the one that you must avoid, okay? Then there are three more. And I want you to think of exercise, right? Let's say training to be stronger. And most people will think, oh, okay, there's only one way to train to be stronger. It is powerlifting or just lifting weights or whatever. But there are actually three ways if you want to make yourself better. And if you don't get them, I swear to God, most people will watch this video and will be like, yeah, sure, bro, yeah, sure. But then they will apply it and then they will see that it actually works. So take this seriously. Let's say that you go to the gym because you're so fucking fat that your doctor needs to tell you to lift weights. And you say, okay, I should lift weights. That is the moral way of self-improvement. When you get yourself to do things because they are what you should do. Then there's also, let's say, someone who will go to war, who will need to fight their enemy with a sword and a shield. They will train again to get stronger, but it is a bit different. I am very sure that the person who is literally training to not die is going to train different than the guy who is just fat and because his doctor told him to, he's exercising, right? And then finally there is the monk. The monk trains to be closer to the gods, to be closer to his spiritual side. So there are four. There is the spiritual way of self-improvement, then there's the literal way of self-improvement. This is the You know, the Andrew Tate guys, the ones that get rich, that get jacked but are empty inside. These are the ones that only improve literally. Then there's the moral side. These are the fatties. This is you when you go to the gym, even when you don't feel like anything. When you don't even believe that it is going to make you better. It is just because you should. And then there is the fake way, the mental way, the way that most people use in their self-improvement journey. And it is disgusting to admit this, but for my out of my whole 3 years self-improving, it has only been a few months, maybe 8, 9, that I've been doing and putting in the work in the right ways. You may be asking to yourself, okay, what is the right ways? It is the literal way and the spiritual way. Most people already feel fucking disgusting and are already in both the moral I should do this way, or the mental way. So these suck unless you're a psychopath and I don't know, you need to stop killing people. I don't know. But you intuitively know whether you need the spiritual way or the literal way. And if you don't listen to any of this intuition, then you are doomed. Because people have needs. And when you need to self-improve in some specific way, you need to listen to that. Okay?